Hi, everyone, and welcome to XR for Work. This is the show where we talk about the XR platforms designed for business and professional use. And today we've got a really interesting platform to review with you, one that you may be familiar with from the Oculus store called Multiverse. So let's jump right into our title. And the Multiverse started as a platform that was has been on the Oculus store now for some time. It's an established Oculus app. I've used this several times myself, and in fact, it's an app I use with my grandchildren when they come home over and they want to jump into VR and play a game. I'll tell them, go into Multiverse first and do a search in the solar system, find a planet, and come back and give me some information about it before I give you some time in a game. And sometimes they get so actually immersed in using Multiverse that they skip the game and just spend their time, VR time, playing in Multiverse. So it's an app that I've found a lot of value with. That's now kind of expanded its scope in a true metaverse kind of way to now incorporate not only solar system education and exploration, but now has a platform for business and professionals to use. So they've introduced a business park as part of their architecture now, with services that they provide and locations and features and functions for sales and meetings, collaboration and training. So individuals and businesses can now purchase tiers of functionality and build their own multiverses connected to the larger Oculus metaverse. And this is where I think there's a really interesting business case here. I mean, Multiverse itself is building a platform where you can jump from education in the solar system to a business park to soon gaming venues that they're in fact in the process of testing now. And so you can get a free basic plan that offers you templated rooms that users can customize with content, but they also will build bespoke settings, environments, even mirroring real life locations for you to place in your business park that you can allow your guests, your business partners, your potential customers to visit and experience along with you. And so let's actually jump in now and take a look at some of these multiverse offerings. And so when you go into Multiverse, you actually land in your own, after you identify whether you're seated or standing, which kind of adjusts your height in the world. You land in this very nice home environment, right? Got this huge big screen in front of you, a sitting area to your left, a sitting area to your right, and you'll notice these doors or portals located around the location also. Movement is mostly teleportation. There's a sitting mechanic that works nicely. This is what I wish the Oculus home environment was more like, where you could actually move around it. You have these big panel screens in the back, and there's plans for them to be utilized. You can connect Multiverse up to your own desktop or laptop. You may have seen a laptop over in the corner here, and utilize it for your own content too. But let's go into their main staging area called Grand Central. Now, one of the things that San Shepard, one of the founders of Multiverse, talked to me about as he gave me a tour was that their design very much incorporates getting the users into the platform first and then loading the platform in around them. They had been very frustrated by being in other environments where you had this long delay before the environment loaded and you could take advantage of it. So they wanted to get the people in where you could actually start communicating and being in space with one another, frankly, before you actually kind of got to the environment. So here in Grand Central, you can see this is actually reminiscent of Oculus venues. You have the various theaters that you can go to that will take you to different locations. Now I'm going to back up just a bit here. You can see some people over here in the corner talking. You can see again the various theaters, but I'm going to pull my wrist menu. On both your wrists, you have a menu that pops up as you put your arm in front of your face, and you can see your account information, people that you've friended. You can get to emojis. You can go back to your home. You can see this tab here for the various metaverses that you belong to here in the multiverse, individual rooms, and then some settings that you can control here from the roost. So as I go into metaverse, I have a few options to pick from. And here you'll see I have a customized metaverse or multiverse that I built here that I'm going to use my grab button to grab and place in space in front of me. Now, this is one of the mechanisms that's used here in multiverse, that if you're with a group of people, right, you can go and grab a room or grab a multiverse, pull it out of your wrist controller, your wrist menu, pop it out in the room in front of everyone who can then point to it, pull their trigger, and then travel to that location. That's what I'm going to do here now. I'm going to point to it, pull my trigger, confetti, and we're going to go to the room. And it'll take a second to load. And while we're loading, one of the things I found was all the environments and locations here in the multiverse were top notch. And as you see this environment, again, I come in first and then the assets start loading around me. You'll notice again the doors that are present along the walls that will take me to other rooms. And we'll go visit these rooms during our tech talk today. Big, brightly lit dome ceiling. But I want to bring to your attention all these screens along the walls. Now, all of this content was customized by me, right? I went to my multiverse web page that I got as I signed up as a multiverse client. And then I was able to bring in all this content. I messed this up. And so from here, I'm able to populate this content into my space. So, and this was very quickly, very simply done. And that's the idea here in multiverse, is that these rooms, whether you're in the lecture hall, the terrace, or many of the other rooms that we'll see, is that it's a template, right? And you can bring your own content, graphics, videos, documents, 3D content in here, depending on the tier you're at or the tier you buy into, and you can populate it as you wish. So, here in my particular lobby, right, I have the XR for Work logo and some of the graphics, a little explanation about what XR for Work is. You can go out on this very nice, very brightly lit terrace that you can share with others and enjoy the skyline over Miami. You have meeting rooms that you can go into. And again, this content spans everything from the small laptop on the table in front of you to the large screen up above there. And I'm able to actually go in and pull content out of this wrist menu also and spawn it into the room and then actually put it into any of these screens or other locations. So we'll jump from here. And again, we go through the portal and we'll go into one of the meeting rooms. And again, you'll see the XR for Work logos being populated in the room, and it starts to come up. And sorry, a little glitch in the video there, but here we are. And so you can see these are very nice, very brightly lit meeting spaces that give you a lot of customization and flexibility. And again, once you've decided on the package or the tier you want to work with the Multiverse team on, you're able to customize these to your heart's content. So even the skyboxes that are outside, which in my case are all, for the most part, skyboxes of Miami, you can customize them. They can be the mountains. They can be outside your own corporate headquarters if you wanted them to. And again, I can go in here and I can move between all these different multiple areas or rooms that are available to me. Let's go back to the reception lobby now from the meeting room, and we'll jump to another space or location. And we'll take a look a little bit at the customization from the web page in just a minute. And so we went to the meeting room. Let's jump now to the terrace. And again, all of these can be utilized for your specific meeting needs. And so this is a much more casual meeting space, again, still as bright, still as well designed and airy as any of the other ones. One large screen in front of you this time. This is not as business-like, I guess, or as busy as an area as the meeting room, where you have many different screens in front of you and you're kind of blocked off from the outside. This would be much more for casual conversation and perhaps watching a video demo or a training loop, or maybe even reviewing some content with some clients or customers in a casual fashion. I can pull up and use emojis while we're here, and of course, you're able to talk to each other just like you would in most other immersive environments. All right, back to the reception lobby now. We keep jumping back to the reception lobby, but keep in mind that any door or any portal that you see in any of these areas is customizable to where you want to go. Here we're going to jump into the lecture hall next. Get a sense for it. Very, very nice educational environment here. And you can see again, I can go back to the reception lobby, to the door behind me. I have all these screens that I can populate with video content. Right now, it's just static graphics that I have up at the moment. And then I've got a door over here at the front to the left, to the right. My attendees can sit in their chairs here in front of laptop content that I can control from up here at the podium. And then you can see the meeting room door off to my left. And again, that could go out to the solar system room if I wanted to, or back to even my home room, or to one of the reception centers that we might want to gather in later afterwards, after class. But we can take a look, and I can grab a specific room and we can actually head there. So in this case, I've clicked on going to the business park itself. And this is the equivalent of the Grand Central for, again, the business and professional users who have staked a claim here in the multiverse and set up their rooms. So along this second floor, you can see there are a bunch of doors, a bunch of rooms. And again, you've got the Miami skyline. You've got a video running on the tablet or the screen here at the top of the second floor tier. But as we go around the second floor, you'll notice all these doors. And in fact, this is Future Tech Labs, who is the owner or the developer behind Multiverse, has their door to their business center. And you can see the padlocks on it, right? So access can be controlled as to who comes into the various areas or rooms or customized spaces. And so anybody who were to buy in to the Multiverse package would be able to kind of, or would very much be able to control who has access to their location. And then they can decide to be part of the business park or not part of the business park to advertise their existence here. And then you can see that there's even a couple of other rooms that have padlocks on them that are still under development. I've gotten a sneak peek at some of those, like the control room, and they kind of blow my mind. Now here's your ultimate kind of meeting and advertising room. There's no outside lounges or spaces You're in a room with 15 monitors and laptops in front of you, and different time zones up on the wall. This is we're heads down. We're having a meeting. We're making some decisions, and we're getting some work done locations. And again, all customizable by you. Now, we're in the general public room, so you won't see the XR for Work logos in here. This is kind of your generic multiverse room that kind of shows you what the potential and the possibilities are for your customization. So again, I had a lot of fun in here. We had a meeting with San and several other people. He gave us a tour. In fact, later today, I'll be participating in a beta with San and the team and a lot of other folks, testing out now their fun and gaming part of Multiverse. And this is what Metaverse is all about, right? It's not just business. It's not just training and education like in the solar system. It's not just gaming, but it's all those things. And I can jump from one environment or one location or one mindset, if you will, to another, one event to another, one purpose to another, right? So I can go from a business meeting, I can go to a meditation space, I can go to a gaming location, or I can go check out the planet Venus if I want to, all from within the multiverse. And the other thing that I'm excited about here is that Multiverse is established in the Oculus ecosystem, right? This isn't an App Lab app waiting to get approval. Multiverse is here now, approved and available in the Oculus ecosystem, and able to take care of or take advantage of all those Oculus features and functionality that are available today, and that I'm sure we're going to hear about soon at Oculus Connect on the 28th, just believe it or not, less than a week away. And so it'll be exciting to see what the team's able to do once Oculus allows all that access. All right, let's jump ahead now and let's take a look here at the website. And so this is the main page for the Multiverse platform. And you can see, and one of the things that San showed me that they're doing is some of the bespoke stuff that they're doing for clients, where they actually went in and made a digital twin of a apartment as part of a building and architecture project that's going on over in Europe right now, so that they can actually show investors and real estate clients what these apartments will look like when they're finished. And I was able to walk around the apartment and see it, and even see the skybox outside that represented the actual view from that location. Very, very cool. And they talk about their virtual meetings, their productivity elements, the planetarium, the social VR pieces. And so you can see that all these elements are coming together. And then once I log in here with my account, you can see that I have two metaverses. I kind of have Rick's Place, which is my personal metaverse that we went into initially when we logged in. And then I have my business metaverse, the XR for Work metaverse. And so from here, I can go in, and when I click there, you can see here's my multiverse home. I can go and look at, and we're going to pause here just a second so that we can look at the plans. You can see everybody can get a free plan. You can get a premium plan, which allows you, no ads or watermarks. You can invite up to 5 other people as part of that plan to participate. You get a link to your own metaverse right here from this plan. And then for businesses, for $33 a month, this is of course US, up to 50 members can participate. You can be featured as one of those doorways up in the multiverse, and then you can contact San and the team at Multiverse if you're interested in a larger business plan for over 50 people, and with customizable environments and 3D content and customizable avatars that go along with the multiverse tier, that tier of the multiverse plan. And so from here, again, I can go in here and you can see that all these items are customizable. So the Fireside TV, the large one where we first landed in my home, I can go and I can put my own video loop or door or content on there. The back wall TVs. Now, in my current plan for this particular room, I can't change those. But if I got one of the higher tier plans, all those TVs at the back, I could be running video loops on or displaying graphics or documents. The doors can go to various different locations. And again, the panels in the room could go to various different locations. So even anywhere in the Oculus ecosystem, and I want to call this out because I think this is really powerful. So if I wanted to jump from my home environment to real VR fishing or golf or Death Horizon and go shoot zombies, I could set that up here in my multiverse home. And that level of customization is just not available right now in the Oculus home. Now, this is my business multiverse, and this is where I go and I can customize each room with content. And so you can see I can pick the room that I have access to, so the entrance lobby. And this is where I can start putting my content, right? And so you can see here where I've placed various graphic files to be displayed to people as they come into the room. I can add videos or images. I can upload files, browse content, and this is all stored on the multiverse servers. The meeting rooms, this is very much like, I think Sam described it to me like how you customize a website using a platform like Wix, right? They give you the templates and you're kind of filling in the blanks to make it the way you want to make it, right? And this is kind of mid-tier stuff. And then you have the highest tier stuff where you can actually go to Sam and say, hey, I want the room to look like this. I want the outside skybox to look like this. I want to import 3D content to look like this. And then all of that material gets set up in your business or your corporate or your professional space the way you want it. And then anybody with a Quest can access this either open to the public or through a security code that allows them to get in and take advantage of being in that space. So whether you're setting up an online store that's accessible through the Oculus platform, or again, meeting with business clients, you can do it right here in the multiverse. And I paused here just so you can see, again, I can access or upload my content into the multiverse. And I think, again, depending on the tier, you get so much storage, or I can access my Google Drive content from here also to bring it into the multiverse with me. So very, very cool stuff here. So yeah, this is really exciting. It is great for those on the Oculus platform who are looking to grow and take advantage of what Oculus is offering and what the future holds for multiverse and metaverse, that whole larger picture in VR. So, hey, I really want to thank you for joining us again today. I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has shown you something maybe you weren't aware of that exists in the Oculus platform, and that you'll go try multiverse for yourself. Don't forget, you're obviously watching us here on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up, follow our channel. We'll continue to bring you these non-gaming platforms, showing you how you can leverage them for business and professional use and prepare for the future of the metaverse. Come over and join our community over on Facebook at XR for Work, and then follow us on Twitter at the XR for Work account. So again, thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you in the metaverse. Bye now.